needing to find a new apartment, which has not been easy with credit as bad as mine. Luckily, I found cosigning.com. They connected me with a cosigner who helped me get my dream apartment for me and my dog. I just paid a small fee and was able to move in fast. Get the cosigner you need for the apartment you want. Check out cosigning.com today.
Now, anybody who knows me knows I'm not really I don't really watch sports or anything, but I think I found my new favorite player. Apparently his name is Michael Porter Jr., and he's out here doing God's work. And I think he just changed the culture single-handedly. You know, men are simple. All men need to see is one example that something can be done, something that we thought was impossible before, and we can mimic it and we can do it and we can be better. That's the beauty of being a man. I think he just showed a lot of men the way. Being a simp, being a workhorse for women, being a doormat that just retires women like Shannon Sharp did. And I'm going to do a story about that too, because trust and believe, even if he did pay her $20 million, that's not retired for life when you're a single girl with no money management skills and a sex work background. All it's going to take is one or two men to come in and finesse the fuck out you, and you're going to be back trying to find somebody else to sue, because that's the only thing that you're going to, that's your hustle. That's the only thing you've done that got results before. Then you go back to sex work. I've seen it happen over and over again. But in this situation, he's talking about paying rent. And I'm a guy that used to consistently meet women, fall in love real quick, and literally move them in. And a lot of these women took me for granted because they were immediately living like they were retired, not pouring into me because I have money, and I allowed them. And I actually was the biggest part of the problem. But I like whoever taught him well.
I know you don't.
it.
I know you
I
not
folded.
worth $200 million and was splitting rent with your
Oh, you talking
ex-girlfriend.
about that I should pay for the whole thing?
Absolutely. Hold on. $200 million deal and you was splitting rent with your ex-girlfriend?
Yeah.
Bro, he said, you want me to pay the whole thing? Bro, we need more Michael Porters in the world. We need more of them in this country. And I think we're going to have more going forward. It's about to get real rough out here for women. A dark winter is coming. You're going to have to figure out how to work, especially now that the whole sex work is now illegal. Flying women out is illegal. You see, Diddy went to jail for putting money in a woman's account. And they said, well, because you wanted to have sex with her, you were technically giving her money for sex. And in the eyes of the government, there is no such thing as a girlfriend or a sugar baby or a side chick. You're either a wife or you're a sex worker. So now that we know this and anybody can get prosecuted for it, Michael Porter Jr. is doing the right thing. He's doing the smart thing.
Like, what are you talking about? The right decision? $200 million. Her rent was probably $3,000, bro.
Okay, but
she
look,
killing herself to make half, and then she always with you.
Bro, her killing herself to pay half her rent is not my problem. That's her responsibility. She is an adult. I'm so tired of seeing men take away women's agency and pretend that they're invalids, like they're mentally inept. Women are equals. Women are not children. Women are not beneath you. The way society used to work until recent times, men did everything for women because we felt sorry for them. We would see a woman with children, we would feel bad for her. We would feel like she needs help and we would want to be there for her. Women have got on these podcasts and told us the truth. They look at us as tricks and simps when we do that, and they don't respect us. They'll use us, but they don't respect us. They love the man that actually they have to split things with and give to and help. They don't like the man that just does everything for them. So now that we know how women think, because you got to think about it, for the past 5,000 years, men never knew anything about women. We don't know how they think. We don't know their inner workings. Now, because of the internet and because of podcasts and shows, we can understand the inner workings of the mind of these women that we're laying next to that we have no idea who they really are. So, yeah, this is beautiful.
But look,
How would you even
if you
make
willing,
that
okay. So basically,
Yo,
she's looking
you
around.
different.
She's looking around for her apartments, and she came across one, but it was way out of her price range. It was like double what she could afford. So I was like,
Well, that's another problem, baby. Live within your means. If it's double than what you can afford, you need to work harder or you need to get married. He didn't marry her. That's not his wife. He doesn't owe her anything. So him offering to help pay rent is a blessing. Say thank you.
this is really nice. I want you to be able to stay here. I want to be able to pull up and stay here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you afford? And I'll split it. I'll pay the rest. So
Right.
I ended up doing that, and I was like, "Yo, whatever happens," and I want the people's advice on this too, because I'm curious.
Yeah. I'm gonna give. I am the
So,
No, well, look. Ahead of time, I'm gonna tell you, fuck all that. Whatever happens, I'm not Diddy. Diddy said, "Look, if we break up, I'm gonna still make sure I help you with these rent." Diddy, you got me fucked up. If we break up, everything breaks up. If we fall out, all bets are off. Any and everything is done. If you can't keep yourself in line to make sure you get along with me, then when we break up, everything breaks up. Communication is done. If we can't talk, I'm not sending, I'm not helping. It's a dub. So yeah, and he's explaining that this is basically what's went on with him. We're only good as long as we're good. When we're not good no more, it's a wrap. That's just how it goes.
basically, bruh, I said whatever happens in this relationship for the next year, I'm committed to paying this rent.
You're
Like
a year
paying
by
this
year guy. You committed to the NBA year by year. You committed to
I'm
your
like,
woman year by year.
because I'm like, I don't know if we're
1 year
gonna be together. I don't
contract.
know if this is my wife. I don't know if it's not. So I'm like, okay, for this next year, I got you. Whatever happens, we could break up. I got you for this next year. I'll split rent with you.
You can into it with the wrong. Mindset though.
I know, but brother, I don't know. I just didn't know. So then we end up breaking up 5-6 months into the rent. And basically that's where I'm at now, where I'm like, man, do I keep helping her out? Or is it cooked?
So
It's cooked. It's a wrap. If we break up, all bets are off. Everything is done. There is no more. If we fall out and you can't keep yourself together to a point where we get along, then it's over. I'll take my resources, go somewhere else. You take yours and you go do your own thing. I'm not obligated to you. We don't have any kids. And even if we had kids, I'm only obligated to half of what my kid needs. You have to pay the other half. You need to be working. The idea that we are the breadwinners, but we don't even just get to stay home and live in the lap of luxury and retire. We got to work. So why the hell do you get to retire just because you have a vagina and I want to sleep with you? I want to sleep with all types of women. That's not fair. That's not equity. If you want to respect a woman, you have to be fair to her. And what's fair is we split it. You have to respect the fact that she works. You retiring her, that's making her weak. That's literally taking away from her portfolio. If she does go get a job, there's going to be a gap in employment. And what were you doing between these years? Oh, I was somebody's girlfriend. That's not a reference. And then they're going to look at you crazy like, how did you have this successful? You had a successful man that was taking care of you. How did you fuck that up? Well, I have a big mouth, I'm lazy, and I'm entitled. So that's how I lost my man. I don't know when to shut up. I don't know when to concede. I don't know how to be a woman, a lady. I'm basically a man with breasts. That you're not going to be able to give an employer that, and they're going to buy that and say, "Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense." Okay, yeah, you're hired. No, you need to keep her working. She has to contribute. To be an equal, you have to be an equal. You're not an equal if I'm paying everything and then you just get to stay home like you're retired. Except when we're getting a divorce, now you want half, but you didn't put in half. You haven't been working, taking care of home, baby. We have a maid, I have a chef. We use DoorDash. You don't cook. So what do you mean splitting and taking care of home? We don't even have kids. We have a dog. So you think you deserve half of what a man's earning because you take care of a dog and you swept up. You live there too. How nasty are you that you want credit for cleaning up after yourself? But that's the thing. Men are shallow. Depending on how good looking a woman is, it kind of determines on how much leeway we will give her, how much we are willing to accept. And I'm guilty of that too. But there's ways around that now. See, now men have passports. Men have a whole different pool of beautiful women that actually appreciate you, that you can go and be with. You don't have to be taken for granted no more. Michael Porter Jr. understands that. I'm noticing more and more men are not moving in women. More and more men are not taking care of women. Women are having to take care of themselves and they're hating it. But they're also getting older and lonelier. And if nobody came to marry you in your 20s, there's for damn sure not somebody about to come marry you in your 30s, knowing that you're thirsty, you're money hungry, and you're trying to figure out a way to finesse him. You know, I'm watching these videos, right? And these guys are doing street interviews right here in Scottsdale. And women are telling him, like, basically she's telling him that we're targeting certain men. We're looking, we go to certain places because we look for certain men with certain careers. And I'm like, wait a minute. So you're preying. You're like a predator. You're preying on men who you think are up and coming. You're not looking to meet a man who you think is a nice person, who's a good guy, who is going to, be a good dad and good. You're looking for men based on their earning potential. You're preying on them. You're a predator. And no one says anything of it. But if men came out and said, yeah, I'm hanging out at junior colleges and I'm looking for freshmen and I'm just looking for, you would think he was a predator and a creep. But, and that's the problem. Because no one is holding women accountable, we have the worst wives in the United States out of any country. We have the worst mothers because no one's willing to correct these women. And times have not gotten hard enough for enough of them, this generation, for them to feel like they need to correct themselves. Now, what they do is they form a collective in their sisterhood and they put out videos shaming men for not wanting to be tricks and be simps and just give them free shit and take care of them and their kids by other people. You have to be impervious to that. You have to be able to, you have to have enough testicular fortitude, but also enough mental fortitude where someone can just not come in and you're so worried about her opinion of you that you're willing to compromise your own values and your own standards. If a man worth 200 million is not willing to compromise and is making sure a woman is pouring into him and contributing, then you should do the same. There's no excuse for you. Because you think if you're paying all the bills and you're taking care of her, she's going to love and respect you, you're wrong. Women don't respect men that are tricks and simps. They respect men who make sure that they have standards and make sure that they're contributing as well. They'll use a trick. They'll sleep with them. But when you ask her, did you respect this man who took care of you? They all say the same thing. No. Think about it. Tricks and simps come into the strip club and give them money. What do the strippers now tell us on these videos? I don't respect tricks and simps. If he comes in there, even if I think he's good looking, but he's just giving me money for my body and for my attention, he's a trick. He's a simp, and I don't like simps. But that bum dude at the house laying on the air mattress with a 4-5, they love him because he won't give her a penny for vagina, but you will. Be the man on the air mattress with the gun. Don't be the guy coming in with his work buddies and just throwing a bunch of money on a bunch of naked women who are not going to sleep with you unless you pay them, prostitutes. Be better than that. You got to hold yourself to a higher standard collectively. And I see it happening. I'm seeing a shift. I meet women every day now. And I'm like, I remember you from a few years ago. Where's your man? I have no man. You mean nobody came and saved you? You're pretty. You only got one kid. The sex was great. I dated too, but I didn't save her. I stopped saving women years ago. No one's coming. That's why I said, even the T app, you can talk about men all you want and complain. You don't have a better pool to choose from. You can talk about those men, but you're still going to have to choose from one of them, or you're still going to be begging to get chose by one of them. There's a difference. You're still going to be begging for one of those men to choose you. So you can complain all you want, but there's only a certain pool of men that you have to make yourself appealing, or you're just going to end up old and alone. But these women are not, they talk that big shit, late 20s, early 30s. Then one day something kicks in and they just start crying on the internet about how they're lonely, they're sad, they're suicidal, they're depressed. Women were not made to be this age with no children, no husband, and no responsibility. Feminism has poisoned them, but it also gave birth to better men, smarter men. Michael Porter Jr. is just one of the first. I have a couple of friends that have changed. I've changed. I used to be a simp. I used to take care of women because I used to feel sorry for them. Now that I know these women are just playing us anyway, and like I used to have like for example, I have one of my friend's dog used to pretend that her paw was hurt, just so that people would give her attention, pet her, and give her treats. And then my friend noticed her dog's getting fat. And I'm like, well, why? What happened to your dog? She's like, she literally manipulates people by pretending that she's hurt. And they feel sorry for her and they give her treats. And she's like, you got to stop rewarding that behavior. I used to meet a woman. I live in LA. Women they only go to the clubs. They don't have jobs. They're part-time sex workers anyway, but they're lazy. So you meet her. She looks good. She has a lot of time to party with you. You have more money than time. She has more time than money. It's a good fit. But then eventually it gets old because she's not contributing and she feels entitled and she's not ever going to contribute. You can't break that cycle. You can't wait 6-7 months in and say, okay, I need you to start helping pay for shit. It's not going to work. You got to start like that from the beginning, or just focus on yourself. Take care of yourself, live alone, live with your guy roommates. Women always want to shame men into not having roommates because it's hard for her to move in there and control you if you have a friend there, because you're not open to being manipulated by loneliness. You need people in your life. When you don't have anyone, you fall into all kind of traps. When you don't have a roommate and you feel like you're going to be always alone and this and this, you'll end up letting a woman move in that'll destroy your life. I have a friend going through a divorce right now. And you know what he said? I'll never let a woman convince me not to have a roommate again. I loved having a roommate. A roommate would come in there. Y'all can talk to each other. You see them sometimes. You don't need to have a leech woman in your space because eventually they'll turn on you. They'll accuse you of abuse. It's all kind of things can go wrong. And you deserve better. That's just my opinion. I don't even know you personally, but I think you do deserve better.
Have you paid your half of the rent? How does that work if you blocked on shit?
No, we were in a little bit of communication.
If you're only communicating with me to ask me for money, our communication is over.
She ended up hitting my phone asking for the bread.
Hell yeah, she gonna
keep which I don't blame her because she went into that apartment not being able to afford it, and I gave her my word. So
why you just don't send her half for the rest of the year?
Because she need to act right month to month, nigga.
Oh, there we go. She needs to act right month to month. If you think because I got a bunch of money, I'm just gonna give it to you, you're insane. Why the fuck? When has that ever been a good idea? Show me one man that ever met a woman who was poor, gave her a bunch of money, and it worked out in his favor. I'll wait. These women are bad with money. They'll burn through your money. They'll pretend they're going to invest and they're going to do this. You know what they do? They go get tans, they go get their nails, eyelashes. They live a certain lifestyle and they burn through money. I had an ex-girlfriend that got a settlement for $300,000. When she initially got it, she thought she was going to be set for life. She was set for about 8 months with her spending habits. 300 grand. Because for one thing, she's not replenishing the money. She's just spending it. She thought if you get dressed up real nice and walk around with an expensive purse and drive a nice car, that generates money. Unless you're a sex worker, it does not. It doesn't. Just looking good does not generate money. That's why I say people take that movie, what was it called? The Secret. They take it too literal. They think you just speak things into existence and you sit back and just wait for it to come. I say, no, that's called lying. Now you're lying to people and finessing them. You still have to put the work in. You still have to do something. People keep telling me, oh, I want to be successful. I want to be the CEO. I want to own my own business. And I'll ask them one simple question. I'll say, oh, okay, cool. What kind of business? Like, what are you going to be doing? Like, what kind of work are you going to do? Oh, Rico, you're a hater. You this. Because I asked you what kind of work you're going to be doing with your business. Yeah, you still have to work your own business. You still work for somebody when you have your own business. You work for your clients. You work for your customers. You don't start your own business to get away from working for somebody. You get to kick back. No, you have to answer to the people that pay you. People leave that part out. Women leave that part out. That's why when you meet all these boss babes, they talk all this big, bro. The majority, even his ex-girl he's talking about, they're all selling sex. He doesn't even realize, yeah, he was buying sex. He was just buying it for the low. He was buying it at wholesale because she was still paying rent. But at the end of the day, he's still paying for sex. He's not with her no more, but she's still asking him for money, even if he's not hitting no more. So now you're paying, you're basically paying for your back dating and paying for back sex. That's all it is. And it's like you shouldn't be comfortable with that. You should want better for yourself, like I keep saying.
Oh, yeah, dude, I've been waiting for you to wake up this interview. There you go.
Nah, I'm saying so. Like, if I'm paying the remaining months, month to month,
yeah,
but
yeah, no,
I see she's wilding, and like, bro, it's gonna be hard to continue that agreement. You feel me? That's gonna be tough because if you're out here wilding, get that next dude to pay that rent.
I know you know.
This interview should go down in probably the best. This should be the best clip of the year. Ask the next dude to pay it. But even the next dude is going to be like, no, we've already had sex. I don't really need you for anything else. You're not worth anything to me. You know, the times have changed. Every man is not looking for a woman to have kids with that's going to just drive him crazy, bash him on the internet, use him, degrade him. And that's all these women are doing nowadays. Whether you're famous or not, for women, we live in a sympathy culture where they want to gain sympathy by any means necessary. So do you want to be the stepping stool that she steps on to get to that goal of being the biggest, the most deserving person of sympathy in the country? It's like a victimhood awards. Do you want to be the person that she defeats to get the victim number one award? Don't be that guy. Treat her as an equal. Make sure she's contributing on the bills, on the rent. And guess what? If she can't, then you guys can't be together because you shouldn't want to date a bum. She wouldn't want to date a bum. And she wouldn't respect you if your ex-girlfriend was a bum. She would make fun of her. No women are going to say, oh, your ex-girlfriend didn't pay anything. She was a loser. Oh, she was smart. No, they're going to say she was a bum. You should have the same standards for her that she would have for your ex. But you don't have to deal with these women like that anymore. You can literally go to another country where you're a king, where they appreciate you, where they say thank you, where they're not taking you for granted. Even if you're only there temporarily, you have more options. Because let's be honest, for men, the goal is sex. We like good-looking women to have sex with. We don't want to marry every woman we have sex with. We don't want to have kids with every woman we want to have sex with. But in the United States right now, we have to pretend like we want both. And we got to pretend to be simps and tricks just for women to sleep with you sometimes. Some of us don't have to, but I'm talking about the majority of guys. That's what they do. And it doesn't work out for them. Again, we have the worst wives, we have the worst mothers, and the only way you're going to change that culture is you're going to have to starve these women out. You're going to have to starve them. And I say starve because they're lazy. They're not going to go work and support themselves. And when they do, they're going to just sit on the internet and cry and whine about it. And then they're going to get older. And then they're going to start saying, I'll pay half. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'm just, nope. Yeah, you're saying that now because you're used up and you're old. So, of course, you're willing to compromise. I needed you to compromise at 21, not at 41. It's a huge difference. Michael Porter Jr., keep up the good work. We need more of you out there. Hopefully more men mimic you. This just reinforces what I'm already thinking, what I already know. I would never move in another woman and let her just live off me for free just because she has some good vagina and she's pretty. That's not enough. That's literally you paying for a prostitute just long term. That's like you paying an escort, but you're seeing the same escort every day. Like it's still paying. It's not a genuine love, because if it was, then she wouldn't have any problem also contributing. Because now that's all. Now we have love because we're both paying. But if I'm the only one paying and you're not doing anything, now I'm paying for your love. If I got to say yes to everything for you to love me, I'm literally buying your love. That's not sustainable long term. It's not. Like and subscribe, share the video. The single boyfriend, right wing Rico. Justin LeBoy, yeah, stop being a simp. You're going to get yourself in over your head eventually with women and the problems that come with them. And once they find out you're a target, you're going to get some allegations against you as well. Shannon Sharp, anybody can get Shannon Sharp. Michael Porter Jr. will be one of the last ones to be Shannon Sharp. So be like him. Don't be like Justin LeBoy, who's like, oh man, all that sympathy, all that. Well, she's hurting herself. Just the fuck you mean? She's being an adult. That's her killing herself. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I don't even want to make it seem like I'm mad about him, but it's just like saying that kind of shit just fucking irks me. She is an adult. Respect her as an adult. Respect her independence. Respect her, not just equality, but what have they been screaming since Kamala? Equity? Yeah, your equity is you paying. So help pay, and that's going to go towards your equity. Share the video, like it. If you have any comments, leave them. We can talk. Talk to you soon.
I've been needing to find a new apartment, which has not been easy with credit as bad as mine. Luckily, I found cosigning.com. They connected me with a cosigner who helped me get my dream apartment for me and my dog. I just paid a small fee and was able to move in fast. Get the cosigner you need for the apartment you want. Check out cosigning.com today.